Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Where the Heck Are the Albans? And where the heck are the Albans? Well, I am alone again today. I am working and I had a huge break in between jobs. My last job started at noon and I don't have another job until like 4:30 in the evening. So I happen to be in the Aurora, Naperville area, so I thought we did a sculpture park in St. Charles not too long ago. Well, this is the famous River Walk in Naperville, Illinois. And it is about a 2-mile path and it has tons of statues and sculptures. So I thought, I got some time to kill. Let's go through this. So come on, let's go see this river walk. Okay, so it is very windy today, so I hope the wind sound doesn't show up too much on the camera. But we are right at the very beginning of the river walk, and there are sculptures all down the river walk park. So we'll start with the first one that's directly behind me, and I'll show you that. So this first one is called Landforms. And that is Landforms right there. So here are the river walk regulations. The park hours are sunrise till midnight. All pets must be on a leash. Pick up your dog poop. You can't drink alcohol here. No vending or soliciting. No sound amplification, so keep your music to yourself. No smoking, especially if you're under 18. Well, that's Illinois state law. So, and no bicycling, skating, skateboarding, or anything. Do not feed the wildlife. So right over from the sign that we were just reading, there is a little gazebo here. Well, it ain't little, it's pretty big. But this overlooks the river, so let's take a look at the river. There's upstream and downstream. The river's moving pretty good today. So typical around the Chicagoland area, the weather has changed drastically in just a day. 2 days ago, it was 50 degrees. Yesterday, I hope you can hear me, yesterday it was 65 degrees in Chicago. I was running around without a coat. Today, 35. 35 degrees Fahrenheit. What a difference a day makes. So this next sculpture is the Naperville Area Humane Society, and it's called Best Friends. And here's Best Friends. The cat, the dog, and a bone in the belly. And I love that right across from the pet sculpture is mutt mitts, so to clean up your animal waste. So just down from the Best Friends Humane Society statue right here, this is the Park District building, and look at the size of their pool. Check this out. That is humongous. Here is a map showing you the river walk. So all this up in here, up over there. So lots of different pathways, lots of different things to see. Right now, let's see. I parked right here, and this is where we saw that first sculpture. And I walked all the way down here, and I am right now right there. They do have several spots along the river walk with benches so you can overlook the river and look at the scenery. They are doing some construction and things on the park. They're getting ready for the spring season. Got a nice park area over here for the kiddies. Lots of swings and slides and bridges and tunnels. Okay, I turned around and I'm starting to walk kind of back towards the car, only because it's flippin' freezing out here. So why do I always take these little walks when it's like 30 degrees, 35 degrees outside? I don't know, but I am going to cross a bridge up here, and I'll show you a couple things on the other side of the river, because once I get down to the car, there's another bridge to get back. I'm going to get you a view of this big, huge tower over here, and I'm going to give you a close-up view of it. Okay, I'm going to cross this bridge over here, and we'll go and see that tower. And I know there's a couple sculptures across the way too. Okay, this thing is called Moser Tower. This thing is massive. There's a big plaque on there. I'm gonna go up and we're gonna read it. The Millennium Carillon, dedicated June 29th, 2000, and the Harold and Margaret Moser Tower. And apparently, you can go up inside. That's a lot of stairs. The Naperville Hospital is right across the street. You start hearing a bunch of sirens and stuff, that's why. Oh, look at this big sledding hill. If you, in the winter time, you can bring your sleds here, toboggans, and go sledding right down this hill. Hopefully you'll stop before you get to the river. But yes, you can take a tour of this, of the tower. You visit www.napervilleparks.org, or you can call 630-848-5000 for details. Get one more shot of this thing from this side, and I'll get another shot when we get a little further away too. The rapids in this river are crazy. That is one fast moving river. And the Mosers, this is a statue of the Mosers. I'll try to get a little bit more information on them and talk to you about them. But that's who that big tower is actually dedicated to. And there's a shot of that tower, that Moser Tower. It is very impressive. They have bells up in there too, so it must chime at different times during the day. So they are closed for the season, but there is a Riverwalk Cafe here, and they are open mostly in the late spring and during the summer months. I do have to say, even though it's freezing cold out here, that the Riverwalk itself is absolutely gorgeous. I like this. This is a bench, and it says Naperville on one side, but when you go around to the other side, it's actually a book. The book is the bench, and it tells a little bit of the story of Naperville, a little bit of the history. Isn't that cool? So we're kind of downtown Naperville right now. I went back to my car and drove, downtown area, and just a little bit off the river. There's a couple benches, and there's this little statue here of a little boy and a girl, and they're holding hands. Young love. This is called A Lifetime Together. A lady named Jane and William, and they were born in Naperville in 1918, and they attended grade school through high school together. In 1941, they married, and they spent the next 60 years as husband and wife. So, born in the same town, 1918, attended grade school and high school together, and married in 41 and 60 years together. Man, God bless them. And this is their statue. Isn't that nice? So this is a sculpture of Jim Moser with architect Chuck George, and they actually designed this river walk. And it's called River Walk Visionaries. And it's kind of neat. Look at that. He's got his plans in his hands. We're right here in Veterans Plaza. And the wind is whipping today. And right next to the Veterans Plaza is Exelon Nuclear Garden. Clean, safe energy for the future. Exelon Nuclear. In honor and gratitude, we resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain. I am going to cross a covered bridge downtown Naperville here, and I'm going to show you the most epic of statues. Here we go. Okay, so crossing the river. Here is the river once again. Are you ready for it? Are you sure you're ready for it? Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Tracy. Yes. Talking into his two-way radio wristwatch. Tie flapping in the wind. It is the one and only Dick Tracy. And the reason why this Dick Tracy monument is here is the brainchild of Dick Tracy was Chester Gould, who lived in Woodstock, Illinois, but longtime Naperville resident Dick Locker, he became the main cartoonist of the comic strip back in the 80s, and so that is why there is a statue of Dick Tracy here in Naperville. It is to honor him. Okay, one more statue that I want you guys to see. It's not actually on the river. However, it is in the parking lot of the library, or right off the parking lot of their library, the Naperville Library. And check this guy out. Hey, I know him. It is the Cat in the Hat. How about that? And this statue was commemorated of the 50th anniversary of the Cat in the Hat books. He is so cool. He's 8 feet tall, by the way. So sorry about the wind. We're just a couple blocks away from the river. In fact, that tower we were just at, it's way back there. See it back there? So we're not that far. But what you're looking at was the site of the very first settlement in Naperville. So they call this place the Naper Settlement. And this was the site of the Napier family's log cabin. So this was actually the very first settlement in Naperville, this spot right here. There was a trading post site right there, and then this right here would have actually been the third home of the Napiers, right here. So let's find out what this structure would have been here. There's a sign over there that'll tell us. Check it out. It's one of those painted rock things. Look at that. So Teddy, or TEDx is it? Painted a rock and put it here on the trading post. So we're just gonna leave it there, right in there. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love finding stuff like that. That's awesome. So this was the second house of the Napiers. This was the very first frame house. So log cabin sat over there. The trading post sat there. This is the site of the second home. And then over there is the site of the third home. Every home got bigger. So, and over here we have a statue of Mr. Napier. This is Joseph Napier, and he was a sailor, a shipbuilder, a contractor, and the first settler of Naperville. And it is so funny because they have actually given him the nickname Darth Napier, because it looks like he's using the Force and holding a lightsaber. But in fact, those are building plans. But I can definitely see a Darth Napier there. And behind him, they have all of his equipment, like his case of equipment. Some building equipment, a compass, a big axe. Pretty darn cool. They also have a water pump over here. And in the summer months, you can actually bring water right out of the ground here in Naperville. And they have a little bucket that you can fill up. So, Darth Napier. Mr. Joseph Napier. Awesome. Good golly, Miss Molly, it's cold out. Whoo! In the words of Popeye, I've done all I can stands, and I can't stands no more. It is cold. Man, I can't breathe. I can't feel my ears. Official reading on the car is 33 degrees. And it actually wouldn't be that bad, but the wind is just so rough. So we're gonna come back here. So this was actually just a small taste of the river walk and of the sculptures. There's many more, and also a lot of murals in the town of Naperville. So we'll come back this summer when it's nice and when we can feel our ears and noses and hands. And I'd like the kids to be able to see this, and Becky as well. So if you like what you see, as always, please give us a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys next time on Where the Heck Are the Albans? All right, bye everyone.